Hello, good evening, and welcome to coverage of the final of the Barbados Football Association's Republic Cup. We're here to see Wales, Weymouth, Wales versus Ellerton Football Club. We're going to take you all through 90 minutes plus of this one, this big finale, this grand finale, this big McGuffey here at the Wildy Turf. My name is Nick Maitland. With me is Kwame Paris. And Kwame, we're anticipating a big game this evening.
Good evening to you. Good evening to you, Maitland, and special good evening to viewers on the Barbados Football Association's Facebook page and on Trident 10's YouTube channel.
Indeed, we're here waiting now for referee Kevon Clark to give us the signal, and he does so at 8:31 in Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, and Ellerton get us underway in this big final. A rematch of the 2019 Capelli Cup final that Wales won with an 88th minute goal by Hayden Holligan, who is captain in Wales tonight. And here's the captain of Ellerton, Mr. Shaquille Bell, already with 11 goals in this competition. He'll be looking to go home with the golden boot as well as the trophy that awaits the winners. Will it be a redemption song for Ellerton FC, or will the old Pirates of Wales come away with more football treasure? Here's Wales now on the right-hand side. Challenged there by Rashawn Brathwaite. Codrington and Brathwaite can do some early tricks and get themselves out of some trouble. Here's Brathwaite in midfield trying to play with Clark. Lose it momentarily. The ball goes over now to Austin. I must say, Ellerton, one of the best teams in this tournament, but Wales have some of the best Barbadian players. And here's one now, Nadre Butcher, pass one, pass two, fouled in midfield. And referee Kevon Clark signals for an early free kick to the mighty Wales. Kwame Paris, what are you anticipating in this big final here tonight?
Well, I expect the champions of the Capelli Cup to be a very difficult opponent to beat at this level. Wales, a team with a lot of history behind them. In the last couple of years, Ellerton have started to catapult themselves to the top tier of Barbados football, I should say.
Hill's free kick round the back post is missed by the player coming in. I think that looks like Ricardo Morris, and an early chance for Wales to get in behind goes a begging, and a goal kick now for Jamar Brewster, who, as I said, he's been floating below the radar compared to a lot of his goalkeeping colleagues. But this competition, he has been very, very effective in between the sticks for Ellerton. 4 saves in their semi-final win last week, 1-0 over Paradise. And I think that might be a good omen as well, given away there in midfield by Marquez. Bell immediately on the counter, but too much on that for Anson Barrow, and Primus can collect that one comfortably.
Both keepers will play a very important role in this game. And as you mentioned, the semi-finals, Brewster having made that very important save, having saved Armando Lashley from the penalty spot, really changed the game. Because we believed, had Paradise taken the lead, it would be a very different finish. But Primus as well, in the execution of his duties, made 2 very crucial saves, one-on-one in the semi-final against Wharton.
Given away here by Hill. Here's Clark looking for that back heel, tried to play off of Rashad Smith. And in the end, he did win the throw-in for his team, Ellerton, and Austin is on it now. Plays it quickly inside to Drakes, who's been a live wire on the right wing, loses out. Look that way to Butcher. And this will be an interesting battle as well on this side. Drakes, number 13, with Nadre Butcher, who moves away from his man and looks to spray that one to Demon Donker, but intercepted by Headley. Played now to Brathwaite. And so far, nothing to shout about in these first 3.5 minutes here at the Wildy Turf. Both teams looking to get themselves comfortable on the ball, playing on the ball as well. And the pitch is a bit wet as well from the shower that we had. And a free kick on this far side, signaled by assistant referee 1, Clifton Garns. Assistant referee 2 is Angelo Doyle. So I must say, 2 great teams on the pitch, and as well, there is one governing matters here. I think that's very important, Kwame, to make sure we have a strong refereeing team to marshal these troops and make sure that everything goes how it is supposed to be going. And a lot of the fans over in the stands under cover because of the sprinkles of rain. We call them showers of blessing over here. And hopefully we are blessed with a great game between these two great rivals. Ellerton looking for redemption and Wales looking for a repeat of the glory that has beset them all these years. Here's Morris with the free kick. It's low. It's a dangerous one. And it's missed there. Looks like Headley. He scored 7 in his last 3 games. He's been a very crucial player. It looks like a head injury. And Inches Clark is not going to waste any time regarding this. And so far, almost 5 minutes played, and nobody really taking the reins in this game as yet, Kwame. But a lot more time to go for sure.
In the 2019 finals, similarly, Ellerton had what people would say the better of the exchanges. But Wales is a very professional outfit. They can handle this kind of pressure quite easily. The experience on the field is going to show and is going to tell. So far, this type of game suits Weymouth Wales. It's a fast start by Ellerton, but as you can see, there's not a lot of fluency to the game. And Wales can always find an opportunity in doing so because they've played together for a while. The difference being in terms of the lineup, the younger players, Terrell Demon, Rayside Demon Donker, he's more of a starter now as compared to just before the pandemic break. And Nigeria Busher is a new feature and addition to the team. But they have been live wires respectively on either flanks, and such was shown and showcased in the semi-finals.
This is a bit of a worrying sign for Wales. Headley, who's been one of their best players, if not their best player for the past 3 games. He looks a bit shaken up. Looks like a head injury as well, so we hope he'll be okay to continue, as do Wales. Here's Rashawn Brathwaite, Rashawn Jill Brathwaite, one of the core of this team, with Shaquan Clark, Shane Codrington, Shaquille Bell. They've been together since their days in under-19, competing in the Barbados Cup for Ellerton. Remember, they also competed for St. George South, won 2 editions of the David Thompson Memorial Constituency Council Football Classic. So this St. George team, Ellerton, St. George South, whatever you want to call them, they are decorated footballers, and they'll hope to continue that tonight. Rashawn Brathwaite wins the free kick right in front of the middle stand. And Ellerton just trying to be patient about their play. Holligan feeling a bit frustrated there. Ellerton can resume. Ball played over to right back to Austin. Here's the 40-year-old Burgess. Collymore with a bad touch. Wales can come again and look to build the ball. Ramar Miller, one of the best ball-playing centre-backs in the island, as well as Ricardo Morris, who's now a right back for Wales. One time by Hill, looking for Rashad Smith, who's on his bike now on this left-hand side, cuts inside. Well tackled by Austin. And Ellerton once again have possession. Nice tackle by Butcher. What do you think of Butcher, and what do you expect from him today? He was a live wire in the semi-final as well as the quarter-final. What do you expect from him, and how can Ellerton kind of control him?
I see a difference already in terms of the start. As I remember, Butcher started on the right in the Wharton game. I believe this switch is to also accommodate for the movement of Romario Drakes, because if Butcher can push him back, it helps to affect the attack of Ellerton as well. But I think Wales have started, or I should say have kept shaped very well, and Ellerton has had the better of the possession so far, and in doing so they've had more possession of the ball.
I think so. I think Ellerton have been a little more direct with their possession. Collymore in midfield, he's going to be the one matching up with Ronaldo Marquez over in the Wales camp in that central defensive midfield role to allow Brathwaite and Clark to push on. But yes, I think that Ellerton have been a bit more incisive when they've been on the ball, looking for those opportunities, whereas Wales still feeling themselves out within this opening 10 minutes. Here's Marquez on the ball, plays that one forward to Butcher, fails with his first touch, but he eventually gets it off his feet. Here's Morris. Long pass, looking for Headley, who still looks a bit jaded, but that one goes comfortably into the hands of Brewster. And we're anticipating 90 minutes of football here. Maybe we could go for more. I wouldn't mind an extra 30 minutes of these two teams. Aussie football is entertaining, and I think that we're on our way to having such a game. Here's Pete here with Austin trying his best to win the ball, and that's a strong challenge by Codrington, Cappy as they call him. And here's the captain, Bell, running at them, draws 4 of them, but a strong tackle by Hill. And here's Headley. Ellerton can resume their attacking play. And a free kick now for Ellerton. And you see already Bell picking up the ball, running at the defenders, and that is certainly raising the temperature inside the turf and certainly engaging the Ellerton fans, getting them off their seats. I thought there was to be no standing over in the stands, even though there's stands, no standing. But everybody's just trying to get the best vantage point for this big final. Here's the 40-year-old Romel Burgess. Nice pass to Clark, who can look up and pick a pass, surrounded by 3 men. No one said man on. Here's Marquez. Bit of a slack pass to Holligan, but he makes the best of it. Here's Holligan running. He falls, slips and falls. Austin. To Drakes. We haven't seen him in a bit. Collymore again. Here's Austin, former player of the Barbados Defence Force Sports Program until their untimely demise. And he is returned to his hometown club. And I think that the demise as well of the Barbados Defence Force Sports Program has forced a lot of their players to return home. To Shane Law, returning to LNR United. Codrington, he was the captain of the program. He's returned home to Ellerton with good effect. They're into another final, their second in 3 years, and hoping to go one better than they did in 2019. Just about 11 minutes gone in this first half. Not much to report from the Wildy Turf, but so much more to come. And we saw the best moment of our semi-final in the 90th minute anyway. But hopefully we don't have to wait too long.
I must say, though, the crowd is immensely big. It's even bigger than last week's semi-finals.
I thought that was impossible. I didn't think that we could top the numbers from last week. It looked incredible. Strong tackle in midfield. No one has possession as yet. Collymore pushed off it there by Butcher. Here's Jill coming in with a high foot. And the referee inches Clark has to say, Jill, you have to relax with that one. All your frustration and all your protests will come to nothing. Free kick for Wales. And rain continues to fall here at the Wildy Turf. We hope that it doesn't come down too heavily. Just leave a little slick on the turf. Don't waterlog it like in weeks past. Free kick from a good position here for Wales. Comment?
Yeah, 3 senior players from Weymouth, Wales standing around the ball. Importantly, though, Nick, Romario here hasn't seen much of the ball so far in this opening 13 minutes. But as we stand, as we witness the number 8 now, having just mentioned that, is about to take the free kick.
Herwood lost that one into the box. Heads go up and is out harmlessly. Hill was there, as well as Rashad Smith. Taken quickly. I think it took some of them by surprise as well. Taken quickly. And Ellerton can deal with the danger.
Would you consider that a chance? Hill getting on the end of that header. Would you consider that a chance, Nick?
I think it was a half chance at least. If he had directed his header a bit better, would have been on target. Here's Anson Barrow, plays to his captain Bell. Sliding challenge there from Hill, who's all over the pitch as it seems right now. But Ellerton can restart quickly. Here's Bell. Brathwaite swings that one in, cleared away again by Hill, who's in the right place at the right time. Headley looking to build this one, still with Bell, showing some trickery over on the left. Demon Duncan for company. Holligan as well, he's fell there by Marquez. Referee inches Clark on the spot, gives Ellerton a free kick from a great spot.
He started well, Shaquille Bell. But in the possession before that, Nick, that tackle from Akin Hill was immensely important because Omar Miller was out of position. So definitely Akin Hill could not allow the attacker to advance. So he made a decision to make a vociferous slide tackle. And he executed the tackle quite nicely.
Indeed, and because of that now, and the play developed, we're standing over a free kick here. Bell, Clark, and Brathwaite. I think it will be Bell. I'm not sure if he will go straight for goal or look for someone in the penalty area. Maybe he might use the wind Just blowing quite strongly here. Very damp conditions at the Wildy turf. Free kick now. Bell. Just over the crossbar. Didn't dip enough. But we saw his intentions there. And I think that was the first real chance for Ellerton on goal.
Quite surprised that only 3 Ellerton players was in the box for that free kick from a very good position.
I think they knew he was probably going for goal. Knew he was going to make that attempt. And here come Wales now. Hill plays that one left-footed into the midfield, intercepted by Austin. Who can he find here? Looking for Drakes, but Smith tried something to no effect. Here's Austin again, seeing a lot of the ball. Here's Collymore. Over to Headley. Been a revelation at left back for Ellerton this season. Plays that one long, looking for Clark on that occasion. But here's Holligan, the captain of Wales. And most times the captain of this national team. Here's Herwood. Trods on that one. But Holligan is there for company. Herwood again loses out. Headley gets that one off Demon Donker. And a little bit of pressure. 2 footballs on the pitch. A little bit of pressure on Ellerton, but they survive. There's a third of this first half gone. And I don't think the rain has really dampened the spirit of both teams. Fans are still undercover. But I don't think any
With it, they've created some situations where Weymouth Wales have been forced into making fouls, but I don't think they have made the best so far of the set pieces.
Here's Headley searching, looking for Herwood, but Brewster is there and takes a brave grab in the midst of Codrington and Herwood. The first time we've really seen Herwood through on goal, making a move towards goal. Here's Austin. Back to Brathwaite. Easy dictator in the midfield. Plays that one forward. Looking for Drakes, who loses out. Hospital pass there, and Wales can get the ball again. Here's Marquez. The diminutive defensive dynamo in the midfield. Plays that one. Loses out again. Ping pong stuff. Neither team can hold on to the ball. Morris looking to go along. Changes his mind. Demon Dunk on the right-hand side. He's been starved of possession so far and giving it away.
This is a great chance there for a 1-2, Nick.
I think so. Ellerton come away with it. Brathwaite looking for a pass, scanning the field, plays that one left-footed to Bell, his long-time teammate. Ellerton can come again. A bit of lull in the football game now. They need to give the fans something to get off their seats or get further off their seats.
I saw what you did there.
Indeed. It's Bell, the temperature's slow to the pace is slow to a pedestrian pace. Nadre Butcher couldn't get on the end of that one. And a strong tackle by Austin there. Risky, but it was clean according to referee Inches. Here's Drakes. Here's Drakes, get past his man Hill, and Hill draws the foul from him. Another free kick for Ellerton. A lot of set plays, a lot of set pieces for them. But they're not shooting the ball.
The foul they committed by Akeem Hill. He's been in the battle so far, Nick. He's been in the thick of things. Been in the foul. Free kick. This time, it's the same 3. He's changed 4-0. 5. The Drakes entering the box. Sean Brathwaite to take the free kick.
Codrington there as well. Ball aimed for Codrington, who is up. Doesn't get much connection on his head, and neither does Hill on his clearance. Here's Brathwaite again. Felled in midfield. Referee says play on. Collymore blocked by Butcher. Herwood now. He's felled in midfield. So a lot going on in midfield. Ball really being played in midfield. A lot of chances for either team. Just almost 19 minutes, almost 20 minutes gone. Not much to report on this first 20 minutes.
What I don't understand about that free kick taken by Rashawn Bradford, if Shane Codrington is going to come up from the defense into the box, I should think you'd be playing the ball in the area of the 6-yard, in the 6-yard area. Why would he be playing a ball so far away from the post and in the corner of the 18-yard box?
Is Smith on another run. Drakes for company. Wins the ball in midfield. Loses out to Marquez momentarily. And another hard challenge. So I guess you can't say that this game is one for the soft or the weak-minded. A lot of strong tackles coming in from both teams. It's just to see who gets into the attacking third and can actually make a chance. Demon Dunker seems to have switched flanks. And Hill going back to safety to Primus, who is the national number 1. National number 2 last night conceded 6 goals. Playing for Water against Paradise, who finished 3rd in the competition. An unforced error by Hill. And Ellerton can come again on the right-hand side. Weymouth Wales versus Ellerton. These two teams, no strangers to each other. Both of them with very different agendas in tonight's cup final. Can Anson Barrow get there? He hooks it in, but it's out for a goal kick. Industrious player Anson Barrow. On that occasion, he wasn't able to hook that one back into play and find a teammate. Here's Miller. Fortunately for him, he's not seen much of the ball. Morris looking for Headley, misses. Cleared by Codrington. Can Bell get on the end of this one? Pushes his man out the way. Bell and Barrow looking to put something together. Tackle there. Had to be done by Captain Holligan. You were telling me in the semi-final, Holligan was playing a little deeper for Wales, and I think that that came to the fore again, making that last-ditch challenge there on his opposite number. And another corner now for Ellerton, who I think will hope to put this one in the back of the net. Look at all those people behind Rashawn Brathwaite there, just trying to get any vantage point. Corner is in, but straight into the hands of Primus, who caught it on the second attempt. Looking to get Wales on the front foot quickly. I don't think any of the teammates read that play.
At points in the game, yes, indeed, in the semifinals, the pair of Hayden Holligan and Bernardo Marquez sat right in front the back four. It was quite surprising to see, but it's a clear game plan. A very strong tackle there coming in from Jaheem Headley.
Seems to have hurt himself. And this is not a scene or sight that Ellerton would like. He was the aggressor, if you're being honest. He went in very strong challenge, never shies away from a challenge. I think he went a little too hard there and came out the worst. I think he'll be okay to continue. He's a tough guy. And I was told by his coach this week, he doesn't fear anyone. He knows that this is big man football, and he doesn't fear anyone at all. So he might just need a bit of cold spray, a bit of ice, and he'll get back on the pitch. But certainly in these first 22 minutes, I would say Ellerton have had the more momentum and the more impetus going forward as well. Wales have taken the time trying to sniff out the opponent, maybe hit them on the counter-attack. Rashad Smith has gone on a few runs. Morris on the other side at right back has seen the ball a lot as well. But nothing really doing from Wales. Ellerton, though, I think that they have a chance of taking the lead maybe soon if they continue in this way.
Yeah, as I said before, in my opinion, the game is carrying a similar profile to the Capelli Cup final in 2019. Wales have been the aggressor. Sorry, Ellerton has been the aggressor, and Wales has looked the team not in a battle, but importantly, they haven't conceded, and with the expertise that they have, at any time they could do something special.
Indeed.
Romario here will pull in the strings in the midfield. He hasn't had the greatest of starts. Hayden Holligan as well. These are the players you expect to take the fight.
Holligan wins it from Clark.
And as well, we haven't seen Ricardo Morris overlap as yet.
Morris doesn't impress me as that kind of fullback. Used to play centre-back for the Barbados Defence Force Sports program. He was the captain there as well, as was Romario Herwood. So a lot of pedigree in the Wales lineup. But you are right, haven't really seen much overlaps from the fullbacks. Butcher seems to be upset with referee Butcher about something. Referee Clark, my apologies. Ellerton can come again. The 40-year-old, can't stop mentioning that. The 40-year-old Romel Burge is still competing at the top of his game. Cleared away. Here's Holligan in acres of space in the midfield. What will he do? Plays a forward pass to Headley, who's has Codrington for company. Here's Butcher onside. The flag stays down. Can he get past Headley? He does so. Headley with a foul, a stiff arm there, and Butcher is felled just outside the penalty area. This is a dangerous chance now for Weymouth, Wales.
Lovely piece of trickery from Nadria Butcher.
Over the set piece is Ricardo Morris. Don't know him to be much of a set piece specialist.
Maybe there's something planned from the training ground.
Herwood is over it as well, looking very keenly on it. If they are to take the lead, now would be the perfect time. Great free kick in a great area. Three-man wall. All the other players in the penalty area. I think the rest of this game, every free kick, every set piece will be watched with bated breath by both teams. Here's Morris. Driven low, cleared away by Brathwaite. And nothing doing from what was a superb position. Cleared away by Headley now. And off Brathwaite. Possession still with Wales, who come again quickly, looking for Headley. Cleared away by Codrington, and Ellerton can get it away once again.
Very strong defensive header from Shane Codrington, putting his body on the line to avert any danger.
And if you were wondering, watching the crowd behind you, crowd under their parasols, we are at capacity here at the Wildy Turf. Over 3,000 persons packed into this lovely venue, and even more watching online. So this is the place to be. If you're not at the Wildy Turf, or if you're not tuned in to this coverage, I have no idea what you are doing with your Sunday night. Here's Burgess searching for a pass into the midfield to Collymore, who's the anchor of the midfield. Austin, Drakes, Demon Dunkel was roaring to be on the end of that one, but pulled back by referee Clark.
And if you look at the body language of Weymouth Wales, they don't seem to have an issue with Ellerton having possessed much of the ball so far in this game.
Ellerton enjoying most of the possession, whereas Wales look comfortable, but they don't look like the Wales that we're accustomed to. Long pass, looking for Butcher. Can he get past his man? And Headley loses out to Headley. Headley with a shot and a great save by Brewster. My goodness me. Just like that, Wales almost took the lead, but Brewster was alive and alert. And that one goes out for a corner kick, and is the tide turning in Wales' favour?
A very fast snapshot with a lot of power there from Kimar Headley, and the first save that any keeper has had to make so far in this encounter. Corner to be taken from the far side by Kimar Headley. Initially, Romari Herwood had positioned himself to take the set piece, but instead he has changed his mind. And the diminutive Headley, wearing the number 11 shirt, will take this corner.
Referee Clark noticing some argy-bargy in the penalty area between Shad Smith and Mario Drakes. Everything will have to stop now for this low-driven corner by Headley, which does not find its target, but the counter-attack Brathwaite, he's fouled. Bit of petulance there by Headley as well. But Ellerton can come again. Here's Codrington, long, looking for Clark, but off his line comes Primus. He was in the prime position to clear that one away. Restarted quickly by Ellerton. It's frantic here now. Into the box for Bell. Drakes cleared away by Smith.
The crowd in the background was frantic, Nick, because Primus was off his line and acting as a sweeper keeper. Important clearance from Smith.
And it's all happening here at the Wildy Turf. Game about to boil over.
The Weymouth bench seemingly wanted a card there issued to Rashawn Braffett for the challenge on Ronaldo Marquez.
I think we must commend referee Clark, though, for keeping his cards in his pocket thus far. It's been an engaging game, a bruising game somewhat, but he's managed to keep his cards in his pocket, and we've seen a good flow to the game. Another foul there. Butcher, his feet are too quick. And just as commentator's curse, classic commentator's curse. The first yellow card of the game is awarded.
Is it to Jaheim Headley?
I think the player who was awarded that card is out of
shot
our picture.
Initially I thought the foul was committed by Anderson Barrow, but we have to await confirmation of who the yellow card was issued to.
But we can confirm that one was issued. Yeah. The yellow card was brandished. Another free kick for Morris, who seems to be the free kick specialist for this Weymouth Wales team, who I'm told have been having some problems acquiring a training facility, a training pitch. But they've reached the final. Morris, free kick is deep and headed out of his keeper's hands by Codrington. Shows me that the communication was lacking there, but he got the job done and headed the ball out to safety, and it's a corner kick for Wales. And a man is down for Wales. Looks like Rashad Smith in the box. And look at that crowd. Whoa.
It's Miller who has just returned to his feet. Omar Miller.
Here we go with a corner kick. One of the earlier corner kicks for Wales. Here's Herwood. Nice one in. Brathwaite clears away at his near post. Holligan driving, looking, and it's not a very good cross, and a little treat for the fans behind the goal. Nobody tried to catch the ball, though. I think probably because the ball wet, no one tried to catch it. 31 minutes gone, no goals as yet, but both goalkeepers have been called into action. And as you said, Kwame, it looks like so far a repeat of the 2019 Capelli Cup final. That final was on December 1st, 2019. Seems like an eternity ago. Seems like we lost a few years of our lives. But one thing is for certain, Wales and Ellerton still at the top of the football pyramid here in Barbados, and battling again to see who takes that rightful spot at the very top.
The tempo is starting to change in the game, Nick. The last couple of minutes have certainly been controlled by Weymouth Wales, having more possession. And they've gotten players forward. And you saw in that exchange there in the midfield some tackles coming in. They've been getting to the ball a lot faster in their execution of their defensive duties. So in my opinion, the game is starting to come alive with Wales starting to get a foothold in this game. Possession again to Weymouth Wales.
I think, too, there have been a lot of unforced errors from both teams, and that's squandered possession in their favor. And it's a late one there by Clark. Play on, says referee Clark. More tackles coming in. And here's Drakes. He's switched now to the left, meaning that the captain Bell has gone to the right, and another free kick. Another one. And it looks like a yellow card is coming. It looks like a retroactive card as well, as I see referee Clark coming to the middle. But the fans are certainly enjoying themselves. The Ellerton posse as well as the Carrington Village posse. All of them here at the Wildy Turf to take in this big, big finale. So Rashawn Brathwaite is into the referee's book. He's been putting down some challenges all game, and I don't know why he looks surprised. I certainly am not surprised.
Yeah, confrontation there between the referee and the assistant referee, and the result being a yellow card to Rashawn Brathwaite.
And
a clash of heads there between Anderson Barrow And it looks like Ramar Miller.
And the physio is on very quickly. Marita Marshall for Wales. Ellerton physio is coming as well. Ramar Miller is the one on the ground. Anson Barrow, you know the protocol now, we don't take lightly to head injuries. So these two players will be properly assessed before returning to action. And to you, Kwame, do you think this game, this first half certainly is going to end goalless? Both teams have, I guess, shaded it on possession, about 45-55. More chances, I would say, for Ellerton, but nothing really doing for either team. A lot of fouls in midfield. Nothing really doing for either team.
And 2 yellow cards issued already to Ellerton, so they have to be very careful. And to key players as well, with Sean Bradford in particular, in the midfield.
Holligan.
He'll be expected to play his full game.
Definitely, so he has to be careful. Here's Smith playing that one down the left, looking for Demon Dunker. He's going to be challenged strongly by Austin, who wins yet another duel. And I think it doesn't really matter who plays against Austin, whether Demon Dunker or Butcher. He seems very, very inept. Here's Butcher forcing himself into the box. One man is in there, and the man is down. Codrington. That's an unorthodox way to defend. But the referee says, no, it's a foul, and points to the spot. The game has changed in Wales' favour. And I tell you what, handball, maybe, maybe not. We'll see it again.
I believe that was the call
advantage
from the square back. The ball played back from Butcher. And Codrington was committing himself to a sliding tackle. And the ball seemingly struck the hand of the defender.
In any case, it's a big, big call by referee Kevon Clark. Made it almost immediately after seeing the challenge. It was, as I said, it was a strange tackle from Codrington. He went down long before the player got to the byline. Butcher forced himself into the penalty area and found a stray arm, and leaving the referee no choice but to point to the spot. Wales have a chance to take the lead in this big, big final. In front of that crowd, in front of all their supporters, on the biggest stage of them all. Kemar Headley. He's arranging the ball on the penalty spot. Jamar Brewster saved the penalty in the semi-final.
At the same end.
At this same very end, diving to his left. What will be the result of this spot kick from Kemar Headley? Wales with a chance. Headley. And a great save again by Jamar Brewster. He is the man. Once again for Ellerton, the most important player on the pitch. And he showed his worth again, Kwame Paris.
I was looking at the tackle there on Ray Saidi Mendonca, and I was thinking that could have been another penalty, Nick. Good save by Brewster.
I think that follow-up tackle there, I understand what you mean. I think that Codrington did get there, though. And I think he got the ball in the end. But a magnificent save again by Brewster. He seems to be unstoppable, unbeatable in the back of the net for Ellerton. Big call by referee Clark. Big spot kick by Headley. Failed. Massive, massive save
but Nick,
by Brewster.
If he got the ball, it should be a corner.
Well, we discussed that with Clark afterwards. Here's Bell looking to capitalize on the momentum swinging in Ellerton's way. Over to Drakes. Now here's Clark. What can Ellerton conjure up? Marquez, though, and a short presence at the back, and cleared away now by Miller. Butcher created that penalty, won that penalty. Ball is kept in, still possession for Ellerton. Looking to capitalize on the rise in temperature on their behalf. 39 minutes. And that could be A big game changer, that penalty miss from Headley. Here's Butcher looking to create something again for Wales. Here with slips. Marquez taking his time. Give and go for Wales. Morris winning that one. Very clever there from Drakes. Winning that one right in front of referee Clark, who has to simmer down this situation. Another head injury. And this game is going back and forth. It's all kicking off here in this big Bay final. That's why we needed a strong referee. And I think the referee now will earn his money by sorting out this situation.
But the players are remonstrating with the decision of the ref. He awarded a foul, but if you look at the proximity of the ball to the ground, Mario Drakes puts his head low, and in my opinion, Romario here is in his very own right to try to win the ball with his foot. So I'd be surprised to see if a card is issued here. It is a foul, but his head is too low.
Just a coming together. He just put his head where the feet were. And he happened to get a little knock on his head. He will go off, receive some additional treatment, and possibly that has ended or curtailed the momentum that Ellerton were building coming on to these final 5 minutes of what has been a pulsating, action-packed, to say the least, first half.
I think the right decision was made. It's a free kick, and the game continues.
Clark sinks this one into the box. Heads go up, and it's Primus who's in the best position to take that one. Looking to spring a counter-attack quickly with Demondonka outside of the boot. And well intercepted again by Austin, who's been one of the best defenders for Ellerton today. Is Brathwaite pushing off his man there. Bit forceful. Very forceful. Brathwaite again and wins the free kick. And it's a yellow card for Demondonka. I think that's for persistent fouling. And since he's come over to this near side, Demondonka's not had the rub of the green, pun intended. He has one of the best surnames in Barbadian football. I'll give him that. Yellow card for Demondonka in the 42nd minute, as you see on your screen. And as you see as well, 3 minutes plus stoppage time. So we see who takes advantage in this first half. Strong tackle again by Bell and Austin. And here's Headley now with both centre-backs for company. Trying to take Codrington out the game. Swings that one, looking for Butcher. Can he get on the end of that one? He does. Still in the penalty area. 2 for company. Back to Marquez. Herwood. Looking for Morris. Can he put it in first time? Cannot. Takes a touch. And it's blocked by Clark. And another corner for Wales. Can they do something with this coming on to this end of the half? Headley again looks like he's in a bit of discomfort. Maybe he hasn't caught himself from that bit of lash earlier in the game.
He was struck accidentally in the head moments ago by Javon Austin for training while he was on the ground after making the cross.
Herwood, corner. Chance for Wales, headed up by Miller and again by Austin into the arms of Brewster. Look to send his team quickly on the counter attack. Who's up there? It is Bell. Can Bell get on the end of that one? He just has Holligan and Marquez, who are not defenders. Here's Bell. He's moved away from Holligan. Cross into the box, but cleared away from Hill. And saves his team's blushes there, coming on to the end of this half. Bell had a great chance there. Just Holligan and Marquez. No defenders in sight. Took them on, but his cross in the end was cleared away safely for Wales. And I mean, the moments in this game just happen when we least expect them, and that was another moment there. Bell, he's been a live wire all game, and that was another chance going to begging for Ellerton. But a corner kick, and Jaheim Headley, he's been great, his delivery from these set pieces. Let's see what will happen now. Headley, and a bit too close for Primus, who spills it. Foul on him is signaled by the referee on this near side, but play continues. Oh, nice turn there by oh, that was Austin again. And temperatures flaring there. That is Ricardo Morris and Austin. Austin's been great, I would say, for Ellerton. I think the entire backline has covered themselves in glory. Wales have been good as well.
Yeah.
But I think the attacking teams are the ones who are leaving this game still goalless.
Morris definitely didn't like the challenge there. They followed through from Javon Austin. But the referee saw no harm doing. So Morris thought the free kick should go the other way, but it is indeed a free kick for Ellerton. Shaquan Clark and Rashawn Barfitt jointly over the ball.
Clark and Brathwaite, midfield partners and brethrens. He's hooked into the box and cleared away. Here's Burgess. Can he get past him? He does. And Burgess wins a throw-in on this near side.
There will be 2 minutes of extra time. 2 minutes of extra time.
Maybe you've seen that 2 minutes of added time to the end of this first half. And I think Kwame, for the most part, we're going to go into the halftime interval goalless. I think both teams understand now that they've been foiled at every turn by each other. And now it's just to go into halftime and regroup. But maybe we could get something happening in these final 2 minutes. Here's Burgess. Into the box, looking for Anson Barrow. Can he get on the end of this one? The flag stays down. Here's Bell. Taking on his man. And left a leg there, Smith. It's a free kick. And looks like a yellow card as well for the Barbados national fullback.
I think that's a good decision by the referee. Smith was definitely wrong-footed by that change of pace from Shaquille Bell. Yet again, another free kick. This time it looks like Rashawn Brathwaite presiding over this set-piece opportunity, the number 8. Quite possibly the last chance of this first half.
This is the time to score, if ever there was one. Sean Jill Brathwaite. It's that one low and needed a save from Kishmar Primus. Deflected off the one-man wall. Kemar Headley was that man. And another set piece for Ellerton. They'll try to make something happen before halftime. Probably the last kick of the half now. Can someone put their head or their boot on this one? Jill, again, from the set piece. It's slow and hard. And finds the wrong man, finds a white shirt. Here's Rashad Smith looking to spring the counter. Is that pass down in the channel? Brewster is there as well as Burgess. And Burgess takes control in front of Butcher. Gets past Butcher easily, the 40-year-old, and scoops that one. Lovely for Brathwaite. Trying to keep that one, and indeed possession stays with the Ellerton unit. Mere seconds to go in this first half. Anticipating the whistle, and there the whistle goes. A lovely 45 minutes have gone. No goals.
All right.
But a penalty miss.
They're still locked.
A lot of action still to come.
0-0.
And we're hoping to see a winner within the next 45. If not, we'll see another half hour. With these teams, I don't think we'll be too worried about that. But 0-0 at the end of the first half. Still all to play for here at the Wildy Turf.
you.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back to our coverage of the Barbados Football Association's Republic Cup, the final here at the Wildy Turf. So many people are here. We're just flabbergasted by how many people have packed into the Wildy Turf tonight. But we've really been enthralled by the action on the pitch. As I said, my name is Nicholas. Alongside me is Kwame Paris. He's been taking all the notes, all the stats from that first half. And Kwame, sum up for me what you've seen in that first half.
Well, we spoke off air, and I told you I can really define a winner in this game so easily because both teams have the capacity to win it. And I'm not surprised by the start to the game. I expected Ellerton to control more of possession. As the game got to about the half-hour mark, the tide started to change, and you saw that penalty. And then you had a minor shift again as the crowd got into it because they felt that the decision was harsh, the handball on Shane Codrington. A feisty encounter, a lot of strong tackles coming in, not as much fluency that we would have liked in terms of passing and in terms of penetrating each defense, but nonetheless a very hard-fought 45 minutes of football from both teams.
What do you think of Ellerton's attacking play in that first half?
My concern with Ellerton is that when they get Shaquille Bell, who's obviously the talisman on the ball, the other components of the attack have to play a part. Yeah. Example being, just before the half, he had a chance on the right-hand side where he put the ball into the box. There were no runners from midfield into the box. So he's been able to isolate players in the early exchanges. He won a lot of free kicks. But I think with the set pieces, they haven't showed a clear definitive plan of what to do. They had one set piece in particular where Codrington came up from the defense, and I thought that he would have been looking to receive a ball somewhere around the 6-yard box. But the free kick was played more towards the corner of the 18-yard box, and they couldn't see the sense of that. But I think the best chance of the game so far created by Weymouth Wales, a great chance saved by Jamar Brewster, virtually one-on-one again, very acute angle, and then the penalty. 2 penalties he has saved from that same exact side of the field, and the crowd is definitely with him.
What about Wales' attacking play? You mentioned, you just touched on the penalty that they had and the save that Brewster pulled off previously. 2 saves already for this first half. He had four big ones in the semi-final, 2 already in this first half. What do you make of Wales' attacking play so far, though?
Headley, 2 chances, the shot save from Brewster, and also the penalty. I felt that Wales got into the game when they made the switch with Terrell Di Mendonca Rayside from left to right, where I thought that he should have started on the left-hand side from the beginning to allow Nadre Butcher to play on the right. The game definitely switched when they made that. Because to me, Jaheim Headley is not a natural left-back. He's played really well in the position, but I don't think he's a natural left-back. But the game definitely changed. Because when you are on that side as well, you're going to force Shaquille Bell into defensive duties, having to drop beyond the halfway line, which ideally he wouldn't want to do because that puts more running in his legs.
That's true. Let's talk about the right backs. I think that Ellerton's right back, Javon Austin, he's been all over, cutting out every single pass over there, intercepting and trying to spring the attack for his team. Conversely, Ricardo Morris, he's seen a lot of the ball as well, but more so from a set-piece perspective. He's been the guy, you know, delivering the crosses. That nice set-piece that they had just at the edge of the box, he delivered that into the box. Pretty dangerous deliveries from him as well. So what do you think about the right backs, and what other positions on the pitch will be crucial for either team?
The right backs to start with, I think I expected more from Morris in terms of overlapping, but it seems that both teams have a fear of each other. They know the target points, so it's clear that Morris doesn't want to venture too far up the line, then to have to try to get back to deal with the pace, the deceptive pace of Shaquille Bell. We know he's quick, but I think he's even quicker than quick. So, but in terms of the important players, Rashawn Braffett has to be more involved on the ball for Ellerton. He already has a yellow card as well, so he has to be very careful with that being the case. In terms of Weymouth Wales, I expect to see more of Omari Harewood on the ball. He hasn't really featured as much as they would have liked or expected, as well as Hayden Hodigan. So it could be a case where the substitutions may play a vital role in this game, especially from Weymouth Wales. I expect to see that particular cohort of Ellerton to play the majority of this game. In the semifinals, the changes made were Sean Gittins for Mario Drakes, and also Dario Harewood for Anson Barrow. I expect those changes to be made again, but in terms of Weymouth Wales, someone like a Ray Snide could come on and impact the game, as well as someone like a Ray Snide, as I'm looking at the team sheet, could come on and impact the game. Around Heath Lawrence, we know his goal scoring prowess at this level, but I expect this game, Nick, could be decided by one chance.
Certainly, and we already had a great chance. That penalty miss. Brewster, I mean, I've been waxing lyrical about this guy for the entire tournament. As we look at some stats here, before I put a pin in that one, 6 shots in all from Wales and 2 on target, but 2 from Ellerton and 1 on target. I think that's a little more clinical from them. 3 corners each, 8 free kicks conceded by Ellerton, while 12 from Wales. No offsides. No offsides. Is that both teams have been a little cagey? Explain that no offsides thing.
Is an indication of both midfields not playing enough penetrative passes to create runners, because a defender has it very easy when he doesn't have to turn to face his own goal, and that has been the case for the majority of this game from both teams' approach. But a staggering start in front of us. Some 20 free kicks already in 45 minutes of football.
And all of them were, well, I want to say 90% of them were awarded within the midfield region of the pitch. As we see the substitutes warming up on the bench. Let's give you those lists of substitutes for both teams now. For Wales, they have Arantes Lawrence, as Kwame mentioned, tons of experience there. Experience again with Kimar Chase, a former Barbados Defence Force Sports Program player. Corey Greenidge as well on the bench for Wales. Kimar Bartlett, centre-back. Ray Snide, he's got some goals off the bench this season, I think 5 or 6 of them. Rashida Jeffrey Williams, the old maestro, he's on the bench as well. And Terry Graham is a goalkeeper. Yeah. And I don't think he'll be called on much because Primus, he is the man. Over at Ellerton, we also have Tyreek Hold on the bench, Jelani Bruce on the bench, Rashawn Speedy Gittins, Dario Ayers Harewood on the bench, Ian Clark, and Shane Hermas. He's a guy who was really featuring with that Ellerton team over the last few years before we had a little pause for COVID-19. You think he could get off the bench this evening?
I think if they're chasing a goal, probably. I think he's a good player. I think he's a good forward to want. But I think if he's utilized in this game, he may be used more as a false 9. Or he could come on for someone like a Shaquan Clark. It'd be interesting to see what Alvin Holder does. But I didn't mention Jeffrey Williams. But I saw Jeffrey battling a niggle in the warm-up. So it'd be very interesting to see how he goes if he is given a chance to enter the game.
It's interesting because the 2019 final, and I mean, we can't talk about these two teams in a final without mentioning that first final between the two in 2019. But on that occasion, he was brought on from the bench from Coach Thomas Jordan. Of course, now Coach Carlos Jackman, he's the coach now of Wales. But on that occasion, Thomas Jordan brought Jeffrey Williams off the bench and put Romario Harewood on the right-hand side, and that is what caused that winning goal for Wales. But you're saying now that Rashida Jeffrey Williams is not the player he was 3 years ago. Obviously, he's older. He's one of the elder statesmen on the team, but he's battling a little injury there. So who could essentially come off the bench for Wales? You mentioned Snide, you mentioned Lawrence, but if you're chasing a goal, you're going for Snide, who's more of a creative midfielder type, or you're going for Lawrence, who is a sharpshooter?
I think if you want to really put Ellerton under pressure, you're going to need a quicker transition from defense to attack, and I think Snag is the man for that. I don't think Lawrence is as sharp as he used to be. I think he's more a point player, and if you can feed crosses into the box or even from set piece opportunities like free kicks and corners, he'd be very ideal. But the game hasn't really presented itself like that in terms of breaking the lines. But I think Snag would be more ideal than Lawrence. But if you are chasing the goal, you have to use all your weapons at your disposal.
I think so. And spare a word for the youngsters on the field. I mean, this tournament has been one that we've seen young footballers and more senior footballers come to the fore and shine. Even for Deacons, I saw 42-year-old Omar Archer playing at left back. Today we have 40-year-old Ramel Burgess playing at centre back. But Spiro thought as well for the youngsters that we see here, guys like Nadre Butcher, guys like Terrell Demondonka, and then over on Ellerton, the same guys like Romario Drakes, and Shaquan Clark, and all these guys who are young. Jaheim Headley is one as well. These guys are young, but as I said earlier on commentary, these guys understand big man football, and I think that our national selection as well as these teams are set up for the future because of this young talent.
And also, you also mentioned the fact that they've played together over a long period of time. The more senior statesmen being the likes of Bell and Barrow. One or two other names stand out to me: Austin, Codrington, Collymore. But even when you look at Headley, who would have come up through the ranks, I remember him playing for Pro Shotters. When you look at Headley and Drakes, they're featured in pieces in the Premier League before the COVID-19 pandemic as kind of like fringe players, but they did manage to get plays in and out. Also, Shaquan Clark, but now you can see that they've actually permanently affixed themselves in the starting 11s.
Indeed, and that is very good for both teams. As I said, it bodes well for our national selections and as well as both these teams. So let's look at the midfields. I think that the midfields are set up pretty similarly. I think that for Wales, Marquez is the holding midfielder, and he's allowing Herwood and Holligan to push on and take up the role of the creativity. As well as Ellerton, I think Collymore is playing that holding role, and Clark and Bathwaite, two guys who played together for over 10 years, probably most of their careers they played in midfield together. They are doing the same for Ellerton. So you think that the similarities between the roles of the midfield players is contributing to the goalless game so far?
I think the lack of, I think both midfields have focused on trying to counteract what each other will do. We've seen at moments in time, Holligan has also dropped deep to also help in defensive duties to handle the pace of Shaquille Bell. We saw that a couple of times because you alluded to the fact that he's not a defender.
Yeah.
But even in changing the angle just by forcing him wide, that contributed to allow Akeem Hill to get back into position to clear the cross. I think Collymore is a good man-to-man defender, but on the ball, he's not the strongest. But Wales will have to put him in situations 1v1 to pressure him into being the distributor of the ball in order to, in particular, keep Rashawn Braffett off the ball. He hasn't really featured in the game in terms of the attacking sense. He's been very good in his act of defending. He's been, I've seen him made at least 3 or 4 clearances in the first half for Sean Braffett, but he's a crowd favorite. We want to see him on the ball. We want to see the trickery. We want to see the passing range. We want to see goals. And players like these are going to be instrumental in building both attacks.
Now, speaking about attack, before we get back underway here at the Wildy Turf, I think that Kemar Headley is not a striker by profession, but I think he's playing that false 9 role for Wales. And then we have Anson Barrow, who's playing that focal point of attack. Headley, unfortunately, has missed a penalty already for the evening. A new 45 minutes in which to set these things right. But I think that we have to compare those two as well. And Barrow has to take advantage of his opposite number, not being the sharpest in front of goal tonight so far, and put something in the back of the net. I think that he has to lead the line and set the example for all the other attackers.
The thing about Headley, he's such a team player. He's also played centre-back in the past. He suffered a broken leg a couple years ago, but it's kind of changed the way he approached the game. But happy to see him back in front, playing up front, I should say, rather. And he was a prolific goal scorer for St. Lucie Secondary back in his days as a striker. I still think he has the finishing qualities, but so far he hasn't been able to take the chances that he has received. Not many,
Indeed.
being the case.
Not many chances, but now is the chance to restart. Second half. Ellerton looking for redemption. And Wales looking to remain at the zenith of Barbadian football. 9:36 in Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, and we're off for the second half of action. Men's Republic Cup final here at the Wildy Turf, a packed Wildy Turf. Wales versus Ellerton, and Wales trying to send a nice direct ball, but Codrington having to deal with that one. First of all, here's here within acres of space in the midfield, looking to move forward. He has Damon Donker on his left, who receives the ball. Is he offside? Appeals for that. And a corner kick is given instead of the linesman's flag. And they'll start positively.
Omari Harewood. So they've tinkered a bit. At times, Harewood has taken the corner. At times, Headley. Looks to me like an in-swinger is coming.
Indeed. Harewood, and when Codrington went up for that one, just skimmed off the top of his head, gave him a little fade there. Was up for another corner. Headley is on this one. I love Headley's corner kick delivery. Just floats it into the box. Great technique. Will it have great reward? Great floated pass and headed away again by Codrington. Can't beat him in the air, at least so far. Headley moving. Nice movement there. And Burgess. Everyone going for that one. Smith taken out there. Ball for Hill. Bad error there. Here's Clark. Wins it in his own half. Plays it left-footed. But Morris is there in the way. To Butcher. Calls to turn, but he does not. Headley chips that one in, and I think that Ellerton should deal with this one. Here's Damon Donker. Flick on. Butcher is on the end of that one, but it's Burgess who gets there first.
Notice our difference, Nick, in this opening exchanges. In these opening exchanges in the second half, Wales are playing the defense that is closer to the halfway line. They're pressing higher.
I think they're like a shark, smell blood in the water. And certainly the man on the corner, Kemar Headley, you'll be hoping that he could be the one to deliver the corner for Wales to take the lead, as they should have maybe from the penalty spot. Here's Headley. Floats that one. It's a decent one, headed down by Miller, but cleared away by Barrow. Shot from Holligan from distance. Haven't seen him score too many goals, let alone from outside the box. And Brewster watches that one harmlessly. To the midfield now, loses it again. Here's Morris. As Wales come again, Holligan. Morris on the overlap. Headley into the box. Codrington for company, and the flag goes up from referee Angelo Doyle. Some frustration there from the Wales players. That's Jeffrey Williams there. Not too injured to shout at the referee, it seems. Here's Bell. Gets past two. Marquez left in his wake. Bell from distance. And Primus can deal with that one comfortably and using a bit of the dark arts here on Anson Barrow. But you see this game, you have to keep your eyes on it. You can't take your eyes off this game for 1 second, because the speed of the attack and the speed of the transition really is really unpredictable, and you just can't take your eyes off. You have to watch every moment, because you never know when Bell is going to go on a run, when Morris is going to go on a counter-attack, when Drakes is going to dribble a man. You never know. Here's Hill. He's had a decent game. Damon Donker using a bit too many passes, too many touches to make the pass, and not a good one. Here's Drakes, keeps that one in. Still with it. And as soon as two guys come in and trying to get the ball from one guy, it's always the benefit of the attacker. Quickly taken free kick. Here's Barrow. Unfamiliar territory out on the right. The cross is in, but no one is in there. And chested back to his goalkeeper comfortably by Ricardo Morris. Again, you mentioned no one is really assisting the Ellerton attack, and that's why another attack goes a begging there.
You need to get players inside the box. Especially, I'm disappointed that Shaquan Clark didn't, position himself to get inside the box to provide an option to Anson Barrow.
Here's a 40-year-old Ramel Burgess. He'd love to lift a trophy at this ripe old age. I think he's playing Masters, He'd love to win a top-level trophy in Barbados at his age. Certainly the youngster Jaheim Headley plays forward to Bell. Here's Brathwaite. Sure, he doesn't want to play a backwards pass. And he's still on it. Ala Tiago. Brathwaite directing traffic in the midfield. Here's Codrington, plays it forward. Pass does not reach Drakes, and Rashad Smith is on it again. Here's Herwood. He's hardly had a kick in this game. I think now that's because of the job being done on him by Javon Austin. And that's the type of player you want to keep out of the game and keep frustrated.
Steamer Dunker.
A good pass by him. Clark, first time. Looking over the other side, looking for Bell. But Morris again, very diligent in his defending. And here's Butcher now in his own half, not where he wants to be. Has two for company, cleared away by Morris, but only as far as Collymore. Calling for it there was Drakes. Collymore beats his man, beats another, and wins the free kick. He's been doing that all evening. The lucky number 13 for Ellerton. And really decent position in this free kick.
Good piece of skill there from Mario Drakes. So a free kick.
I wonder how many fouls is that now for the game. Probably past the 25 foul mark. But it's not been a foul game. Still a pretty good watch. Would be an even better watch if we get a goal here. Free kicks conceded, 8 for Ellerton, 14 for Wales. Headed away there by Miller. Never looked in danger, to be honest. And here's Herwood looking to pick up the ball in his own half. Plays to his midfield partner, Holligan. Herwood again. Ahead of him is Headley. And a free kick by Collymore. Free kick conceded, I should say, by Collymore.
To my right side, Arantes Lawrence is warming up.
Another elder statesman who would love to be a winner at this level, at this stage in his career. I think I saw him playing in the Bragging Rights tournament as well. So these Masters footballers really have their pick. They can come and play in the BFA's competitions as well as Masters and just dominate wherever. But here's Wales now coming on the left-hand side. There's Demon Dunker, steps inside, and he's blocked there by Codrington. No foul given, no foul seen. And Wales can keep it again. Miller to Hill. Lobs that one. Austin again wins possession for his team. Collymore to Brathwaite now. Drakes. Still with possession, Drakes. Foul from behind from Butcher. Nothing doing, says the referee. Holligan. That's a nice pass. But Codrington is there. Herwood, 2 for company. Austin and Codrington. It's very difficult for Herwood to get away with the ball here. And Austin again. Wow. That man's solid. Having a game.
He's been solid.
Oh, wow. Look at that crowd. Standing room only. Herwood from distance. Again, blocked by Burgess. Loose ball in there. Here's Holligan. He fastened onto that one, but the shot was past the upright. Don't even think goalie Jamar Brewster even attempted to make a save on that one. And here they come again. Ellerton, 55 minutes. It's been a blistering first 10 minutes of this second half. Bell. Marquez. Smith. And that one goes harmlessly out rush in front of the VIPs. VVIPs. Left it there for Bell, who didn't read it, but Morris did. And now looking to just keep the ball. Wales. Nice play there by Smith, looking to move into the midfield. Looking for Headley, finds Codrington instead, former teammate of his. Shaquan Collymore on the ball. Challenged there by Holligan. And again, here's Drakes. Ball falls kindly for Clark. Here's his partner, Brathwaite. Nice slide rule pass to Bell. And oh my goodness me, Anson Barrow. Should have stuck out a boot there. And in the end, a big chance goes a begging for Ellerton, and Anson Barrow looks to the heavens from where his help should come, but apparently his help did not come on that occasion, and the lead did not arrive for Ellerton. 0-0 still at the Wildy Turf.
Rashawn Brathwaite to Shaquille Bell to Anson Barrow. Across the face of goal. Menacing ball, Nick Maitland. And Barrow was late to the party. Would have had a tap in at the back post. And we look back at that in 56 minutes to see how important that miss will be.
And as I said, we are talking about the guys who are going to be the focal point of these two attacks. The guys who are going to be the focal point. Headley's missed a penalty. Barrow, good chance goes a begging there. And Butcher again wins a free kick for Wales in an enterprising position. And listen, the battle is certainly heating up here in Wildy.
And look at the urgency that Hayden Holligan just showed to put that ball in the spot, looking for a quick restart. And also, Nick, I want you to monitor the position of Rashad Smith. He's definitely been in an advanced position since the restart of the second half, and he's seen more of the ball.
Another free kick, won by Butcher. Busy evening for the referee, Kevon Clark. He's had to blow his whistle a lot.
He's done a great job thus far.
Has his little bit of a vanishing spray. He didn't really spray, he just like, did something on the floor there. But it's good that we have the vanishing spray in Barbados. And we have also a spanking new turf here at Wildy. It was relayed a few months ago. And a lot of deliberation over this free kick. The chief free kick taker, Ricardo Morris, he's going to occupy his position on the right side of the penalty area. Wales, I think they're going to take their time over every set piece from this point on, whether it be corner, free kick, or anything else. Already been foiled from the spot. They will try definitely to give themselves the advantage any way they can. Who's going to take this one? Herwood looks poised. And it will be him, deflected off the wall and over the crossbar. Still, Wales can build momentum. Headley's trotting over. He's going to take this one. Probably going to float that one into the box. The substitution's being readied.
Substitution for
And it's Anson Barrow
Ellerton.
who's going to depart for Dario Ayers Herwood. I wonder why they call him Ayers. But I guess we'll soon see.
Dario.
But Ayers will come on for his partner, Anson Barrow, who let a glorious chance go begging there earlier. And Arantes Lawrence is the man on for Terrell Demondonka.
And in is number 12, Arantes Lawrence.
So Demondonka not having the game he anticipated from kickoff, but such is the depth and the amount of quality on the bench for both teams, they're able to bring on adequate replacements. A lot is going on, a lot is kicking off in the penalty area, in the Ellerton penalty area. And just getting a bit of control before the corner. Here's Headley, floats that one. Brewster's coming, he punches, doesn't get it, and a clearance. Well done by Ellerton to get the ball clear. Here's Clark trying to win the ball, and he does so. Herwood, Holligan now. Chip ball inside, and Codrington is there again. Solid defending by him and Austin, especially on the right-hand side. Here's Hill. He was a winger in his younger days. Butcher. Smith, a shot from distance. Nothing doing. Goal kick for goalkeeper Brewster.
half chance from Rashad Smith. But dangerous corner moments ago from Kimar Hadley. The same technique employed, Nick. Just floating the ball, this time to the back post. And as you said, Brewster not collecting. And he was lucky that a white shirt wasn't on the end.
Another yellow card brandished. I think this one is for here with this time. We're on the hour mark of this game. The tension is growing even more. 30 minutes of football remaining in Wildy. And I tell you what, Kwame, we're no closer to seeing who will actually leave the Wildy turf with $30,000. My goodness me. I would like $3,000 now. Here's Headley trying to move forward. Here's Ears, one of his first touches on the ball. Here's Brathwaite, gets away from Holligan. And a free kick in decent position. Quickly taken by Headley. Here's Captain Bell running inside where the space is. Holligan came in from behind, no free kick given. Inches was right on the spot. Headley now looking for Lawrence. Codrington again is there in the right place. Herwood now picks it up. And Butcher now with the unbeatable Austin. Looks to step inside and a foul by Drakes. And again we see this battle between Butcher and Drakes. Butcher wins a free kick with his nifty quick feet. Another free kick in a good position.
Yeah, Nigel Butcher has been moved again to the left-hand side. And Kimar Hadley has picked up another position. He's playing in the role that Rare Saidi Mundonka occupied. And Arantes Norris is playing as a focal point.
Great substitution there from the bench.
So
More of a tactical switch for Wales, whereas Ellerton's change was more like for like. We'll see how much benefit that brings to the boys from Carrington Village.
So I'll be watching to see if he's going to run the flanks or if he's going to play more of a right midfield to add an additional man to the attack on the inside of the midfield.
You know, he's capable of playing anywhere. Here was free kick and it punched over by Brewster, who once again comes to the rescue of the Ellerton boys. It's another corner for Wales as they start to pile on the pressure. Great free kick from Herwood.
Do you think it was a shot, though?
It had to be. It just had to be. I think he definitely went for goal there. And the player is down in the Ellerton penalty area.
Looks like Collymore.
Eight corners for Wales, only 3 for Ellerton. I think I've seen the assistant's flag raised once so far for offside. So as you said, Kwame, still not a lot of penetrative passes to get players on the end of it. But, Collymore looks in a lot of discomfort here. It looks like his groin. He'll have to get himself sorted and quickly at the defense of this set piece. Headley. We saw Miller approaching there. Headley has another bite at the cherry. And there's a foul in the area.
It's Collymore down again.
Collymore again. I think he's really in some trouble now. He was walking gingerly. And I think now his groin giving him a lot of pain. Either that or he was struck where no man wishes to be struck. Physio is on there and he will get a bit of treatment soon. See Javon Austin. He doesn't look too concerned though. He's kind of smiling at him. So I wonder if he was indeed struck where no man wishes to be, or if it's the groin. Definitely it is the groin area. So we have to see now. And Rashawn Speedy Gittins is the man.
Out is number 7, Shaquan Clark. In number 17, Rashawn Gittins.
So Shaquan Clark, his evening is over. And Rashawn Speedy Gittins gets his chance to do the dance for the Ellerton boys. Clark, of course, is not pleased to be substituted. I wonder how it feels, though, to be substituted. In my football career, I was never subbed out. I was always subbed on, or I didn't play. So I wonder how being substituted out feels, especially in a cup final. I'm sure it's not a feeling that any player wants to experience. But this feeling is the one we want to experience. Rashawn Speedy Giddens coming on. And he has been trusted with getting Ellerton ahead in this game.
I have a question for you, Nick.
Sure.
Hayden Holligan infamously scored late winner in the 2019 Capelli Cup final. You just passed the hour mark. Just about 25 minutes of football left or so. What do you think is on Holligan's mind as this game edges closer to the 90th?
Holligan certainly has. And Butcher at the back post. Thought that ball was just being returned to Ellerton, but apparently not. Wales were taking the play. Almost got a goal there. But I think what's going through Holligan's mind is, probably what's going through everybody's mind is the fact that 2/3 now of the game have gone, and it is a matter now of, and Arantes gets a yellow card almost with his first touch. I think it's a matter now of knowing that time is running out, and can we prevent this game going into another half hour? I'm sure for these fans who have paid their money to be here and who are currently packing those stands over there, wow. For them, I'm sure they won't mind another half hour of football, but certainly some goals. 67 goalless minutes on this Sunday night. And as I said, if you're not here or listening to us on the air, who cares?
Arantes Lawrence booked for a kneeless challenge there.
Yes, sir. That's a wild-looking challenge from the elder statesman. He's pleading his innocence. I think that's a veteran move as well.
But you can't book Arantes Lawrence, who just entered the game for a challenge like that, and then allow Ramal Burgess to escape without a booking.
We need to see a bit of consistency from you, Inches, as this game inches closer towards its ending. Here's Butcher. Plays it back now to Herwood, who's dropped a little deeper, looking for the run of Morris on the right side. He's been a live wire. Looking to get past Ayers Herwood, a Premier League winner with UE Blackbirds. Headley. I think that ball came off of his namesake, Jaheim. Yet another set piece for Wales. They're building the pressure, Kwame. Here's Morris. Short corner taken. The cross is in back post. Smith. Cleared away again by Ellerton. Hopeful shot by Butcher. But not to overuse the word play, he butchered his shot there. Still 0-0. 68 minutes on the clock. Kwame, where will we get a goal from?
Superlative question.
Yeah, you always ask the good questions while we're on commentary.
Interesting to see. You have both Lawrence and Headley on the field at the same time. Here we're dropping into a number 10 position.
Bell on the ball, looking to get away from his nemesis, Morris. Brathwaite, Bell. Oh, ball is off of him last. But a free kick is given for the Ellerton boys.
Throwing.
Throw in. My apologies. Maybe I'm getting a bit sleepy. It's been 70 goalless minutes after all. Hopefully we can see a goal soon. Here's Brathwaite. And again, ball is still for Ellerton as they move and inch their way up this left flank. Ball thrown to Speedy. Takes it down. Miller for company. Morris again. Holligan to Headley. Speedy to defend. Wins the ball. Ball is out. Headley, a.k.a. Lumper. See Collymore still on the field. He's seems to have shaken off that bit of groin problem. Austin hasn't put a foot wrong all day except for that pass. Butcher gets away, but Drakes doesn't let him get too far. Fans now holding on to every pass, every challenge, every movement. Great pass to Headley, but not a great control. Closes down Headley, his namesake. And the ball now is loose. Captain Holligan is there, but play must be stopped now for Miller, who's taken a bit of a lash in midfield. 20 minutes left, Kwame. 20 minutes in this big cup final. It's getting back a bit cagey now. I think the temperature has died down. Inches Clark telling Rashawn Bradford, go along. Leave this to the physio and the other team. Very tense. And concerned looks on the faces of all the spectators on the other side. Really, any vantage point will do now for all of them. Miller having to come off and take some treatment. We resume. Less than 20 minutes and stoppage time left for us to find the winning goal. And hopefully we find it before the 90th minute.
I think the spectators are asking the same question. Where and who? Where is the next goal, or where is the first goal coming from, and who will score?
Great control there by Arantes, looking to get past Jaheim, and that's never an easy thing to do.
So at the moment, 11 versus 10. Is Miller trying to re-enter the game?
The most consistent centre-backs in our local game the past 3 to 4 seasons. And here's Headley. We're going to get past and appeals for a handball, but it will indeed be a goal kick. That was Lawrence on that right-hand side looking to get past Jaheim Headley.
Yeah.
And Ellerton now can restart. Here's Brathwaite, loses the ball in his own half. Rantes was offside. And he didn't approach that one. And both teams taking their time. I'm not sure if both teams have already consigned themselves to playing another half hour. The temperature and the tempo have surely slowed. In midfield now, here's Brathwaite, a live wire. Sean Gittins ahead of him, but the ball is played down through the alley between Morris and Marquez. What would another trophy mean to this current group of Weymouth Wales players? They would definitely establish themselves as probably one of the best teams in Barbados if they do so. Here's Drakes, who's looking for his captain.
What would it mean to Carlos Jackman at the helm of this Weymouth Wales team, recently appointed as head coach?
He walked into this team in the off-season, and to walk away with a trophy definitely would be a great accomplishment in his career. But what about if these Ellerton boys were to take back home to St. George a championship trophy and $30,000? I think that would represent a real major win in Barbados' football, because these guys, as we said, they've been together for ages. They know each other like the backs of their hands. And to win a title together at the highest level of Barbados Football Association competition would be the ultimate crowning moment for this community. Drakes wins that one from Morris, surging through the midfield. Lovely pass played to Bell. Can he get there ahead of Smith? He does. He crosses it and has to save that one. Primus. No one is in the box again, Kwame. The captain had to go on his own, forcing a corner. Quickly taken. Here he is again. Here's Gittins. Bell. Still with it, Bell. Gittins, the shot saved by Primus. Here's Brathwaite on the other end of the penalty area. Can Ellerton make something happen? Brathwaite and Morris. Brathwaite, can he deliver? Cleared away by Marquez to Holligan at the top of the pitch, top of the box. And Harewood can get it away. Here's Butcher now to spring the counter. He has Drakes for company. Nice pass into the box, but Brewster is there. And quick play again. Here's Headley. The momentum is with the St. George boys. Here's Headley running down the left wing, where he's been a dominant force all competition. Headley versus Morris. Right-footed cross, easily dealt with by Miller. But can they come again? Harewood on the ball in midfield, looking for a pass. Where is the pass going to come from? Forward to Headley using space. Only Burgess there, plays it into Arantes Lawrence. One-on-one with Codrington. And Codrington smothers him. It's a corner kick. No, it's a goal kick. Much to the chagrin of the Wales camp. Here's Rashawn Brathwaite approaching the final 10 minutes of this one. Who has the wherewithal to get the winner? And what is a cool and blustery evening here in Wildy. Under the lights, with all eyes affixed on this turf. Here's Rashawn Gittins, speedy Gittins, felled in midfield. Can he get away from Hayden Holligan? He cannot. Fighting in the midfield, and this game is heating up as we all would have wanted.
On the second save, Nick, was it Rashawn Gittins that took the shot?
Yes, it was speedy Gittins. Forcing a great save from Primus, who has largely been resting. He's been at rest for most of this game. Kevon inches Clark, the smallest guy in the middle. But he's standing tall among the ill-tempered footballers. Not many of them. But he's done a great job in controlling this game. Dished out a few yellows. Miller gets the football restarted. Here's Hill, his defensive partner. Marquez comes to receive. Keeps it ticking over. Miller to Morris. Headley. It's a swing that one, but Headley, Jaheim that is, stops his pass. Getting real confused with Headley versus Headley on this. Continuing here. Nil-nil. And sort of tension at the turf. It's growing by the moment. Looked like a foul throw there by Morris. Finds the feet of Headley, who still has Jaheim Headley for company. They're so close in this game, I think they're probably related. Those two Headleys on the right-hand side.
It's number 11 versus 11 as well.
Oh dear, everything is shaping up for this Headley battle. A head-to-Headley battle. Well done, Maitland. Here's Miller, blocked by Gittins. Marquez. Oh, great play by him. Holligan with a bad touch in midfield allows Rashawn Brathwaite to win the pass. And again, he wins it in midfield. All-round performance by Holligan. Double H. Here's Butcher. Gets past Jill. Swings that one into the box, and he could not miss there, Jaheim Headley. If not, he had Kemar Headley for company at the back post. Another corner kick for Wales as the pressure mounts on the Ellerton boys.
Corner to be taken short. Looks like Harewood changes his mind as Romario Drakes and Rashawn Giddings were alert to the quick restart, or the potential quick restart rather.
"81 minutes gone." As we say goodnight to the almost 1,000 viewers who are watching us. Brewster should hold that one comfortably. Almost 1,000 persons are watching us, Kwame. Plus the 3,000 already packed into the Wildy turf. A big night for football. That's why we're dressed so nicely. And both of these two teams looking to clothe themselves in glory at the end of 90 minutes. Another corner kick for Wales as we approach. And we're well into final 10 minutes of the 90.
I find that ironic. Arantes Lawrence was just about to gesticulate to the ref that he wanted a free kick. But in seeing the referee point to the corner flag, he didn't bother.
Yeah, he check himself. But Arantes, he plays like that though. He always is ready to quarrel with the referee and get his way. Here with short corner to Holligan. Clips it in to the back post. Who's there? Headley. Ball is still flicked up. Miller's there. Shot from Rashad Smith. Collymore now. Is it a chance for a counter-attack? Players that want with the outside of the boot, but Primus is there.
What is that on the field? Well, I know Rashawn Giddings Shingar came out momentarily, but on the other side of the field, you can see this pink inclusion.
But cross is in, but Brewster is there again. In the right place at the right time, it seems, Jamar Brewster. And with his penalty save in the first half, he is the one keeping Ellerton in this game. A tackle from behind from Gittins did not win the ball. And Harewood on the floor, which means Wales have another opportunity from a set piece.
Look at the time, Nick.
Let's get into that kind of time. And I don't mean to rhyme. Holligan over it. Headley, Marquez. I think Headley, though, may want to have this one to make up for his missed penalty. You know, whenever a striker misses a glorious opportunity, they can't stop thinking about it. And they just want every single opportunity, hence, to make up for their mistake. Looks like 6 men in the wall. And that was Drakes who ran up to approach the free kick. Slowed it down for his goalkeeper, Ellerton. Great ball played into Ayers, who was in space. Loses the ball though. He was crowded out in midfield.
He was in acres.
Indeed he was. Indeed he was. Trying to challenge there, Miller. Looks like a handball on Drakes. Indeed it is. 84th minute. 85th. It's about that time. This is about the time the goal came 3 years ago, December 1st. Today, November 13th. It's actually my 7-month birthday. My birthday was 7 months ago on April 13th. So it's going to be a special day. Because I say so. That's cleared away by Codrington again. And I must say, well, I'll save that for you, but what words do you have for this Ellerton defense so far?
Immaculate. They've worked in unison. Everyone has understood their respective roles, and not one has put a foot wrong so far in 86 minutes of football.
Smith to Lawrence. Looking for Smith again, but Drakes wins that one. Headley.
Akeem Hill bellowing instructions from centre back, and Rashad Smith is down, experiencing some discomfort. Rita Marshall has worked very hard in this game, Nick.
Yes, the Wales medic. She's been much busier than the Ellerton medic. We call them medic, but they're really physios, you know, physiotherapists. And a lot of them, I must say, Barbados, we have a lot of highly trained physiotherapists, persons who have masters and doctorates in their field. And I think we're very fortunate to have their abilities in our local football. Scuffed clearance by Codrington, allowing Wales the opportunity, even though they have 10 men, allowing Wales the opportunity to come at them again. Wales taking the time about this one, and look at that crowd. Every time I glance over there, I'm just amazed. And I wish we could have these numbers every single week.
Lamar Miller seems to be struggling as well, but he's a lion-hearted player, and he's going to fight to the end. As Jeffrey Williams is about to warm up and off camera, and he's getting instructions from his coach, Carlos Jackman.
I think you will have to rely on Jeffrey Williams. The throwing now comes from Headley. Launch it into the box, but Jaheim with the clearance. Here's Miller. Doesn't get that one as well as he wanted to. Collymore looking to spring that one time. Send Bell on a run. Bell. Oh, and Miller at the last second. Here's Drakes. Holligan for company. Holligan says he fouled. Inches on the spot says, get up, fatty. Here's Bell into the box, and in a right position was Hill once again. And Miller is down now, and the injuries are mounting for Wales. And is this the start of their unraveling, Kwame Paris?
Akeem Hill has also been a mountain too much for Ellerton.
Hill has been a mountain, huh?
Hill has been a mountain.
Let's see what you did there.
I actually forgot the question.
I forgot it as well. Corner kick. Getting ready. Very rare corner kick in this second half for Ellerton. Rashawn, Jill, Brathwaite. Low, driven. Not a very good one, but he can receive it again. He does so, but the ball goes out agonizingly for a goal kick. Kishmar Primus will restart the game. And Kwame, I think for these highly skilled young men, another half hour beckons at this point.
Unless there's a late twist, like we saw in the last semi-final with Ellerton and Wharton, where a penalty was the decider in the 90th minute.
Indeed so. Here's Headley. Cannot get past Jaheim Headley as much as he tries. I think he may have to switch from this wing. Here's Gittins. Not really got the ball on the wing where he can really stretch his legs. Burgess to Austin. Gittins now gets the ball on the flank, but he has two for company. fighting hard to retain possession. He does not. But it's a throw-in for the Ellerton team.
It's going to be interesting to see who Jeffrey Williams will enter the game for.
Before we see Williams, though, we will see 3 minutes of added time at the end of this first half.
The football official has indicated 3 minutes of additional time.
3 minutes of stoppage time, Nick.
And as it appears, it appears that the longer this game goes on, it will not, or it is not benefiting the Wales team. So many of them going down injured. Rashad Smith was one. Ramar Miller is there on his haunches right now. And it's been a real tiring game for the guys from Wales. Cleared away again by Codrington, frustrating the plans of all the attackers. Jaheim Headley now, the ball goes out of play. Doesn't manage to keep that one in. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Can we see a winner here? And I'm sure any person scoring any goal now, they will be remembered for forever and a day. This is the restart of local football action, and a winner here in the final, he would go down in history. And certainly the Ellerton boys and the Wales boys want that to be them at the end of this time. Here is Smith. Gets it to Headley, and once again, Jamar Brewster is there.
The angle was favorable. The shot, however, was pretty tame.
Straight up to Ayers, who loses out. Miller in his back, and Hill gets the clearance. Jaheim Headley is Rashawn Brathwaite. Missing his midfield partner, but looking to put something together with his captain Bell. But here's the other captain, Holligan. That's a nice pass to Arantes. Lawrence steps inside of Burgess. Lawrence still on the ball, still on it, but not able to do much with it. Here's Holligan again, looking to resurrect that play into the back of Jaheim Headley. And 1 minute left of stoppage time.
I think Burgess recovered rather well there. And he did well to stay on his feet. So did Codrington.
Shad Smith looking to launch this one into the box for one final foray into the area. It bounces favorably, appeals for a handball. Nothing doing, says referee Clark. And that is it for 90 minutes, that is, between these two highly skilled teams in this Republic Cup. It's goalless after 90. Another half hour to take us up to 11 p.m. And if we're still square, then penalties to decide who ends 2022 on the top of the local football mountain. Kwame Paris.
Really a game of chess. Weymouth Wales, as I said, as I watched from the early exchanges in the second half, positioned themselves further up the field, and they had more possession of the ball in this second half, but they weren't able to create a chance. The best two chances falling to Ellerton, two saves forced by Kishmar Primus in goal, one from Kimar Headley, and a good follow-up shot from Rashawn Giddings forcing a diving save, one-handed, spectacular from Kishmar Primus. But both teams, another 30 minutes of action. Legged players, Nick, tired players, in some cases frustrated players. But two coaches still with subs up their sleeves, so it's going to be interesting to see what changes are made in these 30 minutes of football.
Wales looking the more, they've been really through the wars. Some guys with cramps, some guys with some niggling injuries. Some guys just look absolutely shattered. Smith there on the left of your picture There's the Ellerton players. Look a little more. They have a little more in the tank. BFA can't get enough of this team song, man. But in any case, we're waiting on the turnover. The guys will again switch ends as we get ready for the first half of extra time. 15-minute period. So, with Ellerton looking the fresher of the two teams, they will restart. I think they will have the ball. Hayden Holligan, Shaquille Bell, Carlos Jackman, head coach of Wales. So if we look at these match stats, Mr. Paris, 18 shots for Weymouth Wales, 8 on target, 11 corners for them, 17 free kicks conceded, aka 17 fouls, 1 offside, 4 yellow cards for Wales, no reds. Ellerton, on the other hand, have found the target with 4 of their 5 shots, 5 corners, 16 free kicks conceded. Fairy game in the middle. No offsides. Just 2 bookings for Ellerton. And we're ready to go again. Another 30 minutes to see who leaves with 30 grand. No room in the stands. It's filled with fans.
No room for mistakes either.
No room for any errors, Kwame. You're absolutely correct. Teams are getting ready for this first half of extra time for these highly skilled, highly professional young men. Some of them not so young. But a chance to win 30 grand stands at the end of this 30-minute period. It's amazing that we haven't seen any goals up to this point. We saw a missed penalty, we saw a few close chances. It's absolutely mystifying that we haven't seen any goals to this point. Kick off at 29 minutes past the hour of 10 in Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean. 90 minutes. Streaming live. Devon Austin on that right side. Legs looking a bit heavy now. Here's Nadre Butcher. Nice flick on there. Here's Butcher. Can run at the team and he takes a shot there from distance. Had the opportunity to run at Ellerton there. But if you're not here at the Wildy Turf, I don't know where you are. I don't know what you're doing with your life. It seems like everybody in Barbados is here. Even behind us. at the AstroTurf, the hockey AstroTurf, the National Hockey Center, everybody's taking a vantage point. Here's Holligan. Smith lobs that one. I think that should be comfortably taken by Jamar Brewster. The score is currently 0-0 here at the Wildy Turf between Ellerton and Wales. Wales had a missed penalty in the first half. Kemar Headley, he was denied by goalkeeper Jamar Brewster. And that was the closest either team has gotten to ruffling the back of the nets. And if you want to see some action, you should come down to Wildy. Or you can tune in to the Trident 10 YouTube page, Training 10 on YouTube. That's where you can view some action if you are not fortunate enough to reserve your seat among the 3,000 plus who are watching over the other end. Kwame Paris, what are you hoping from this first half of extra time?
Hoping to see a goal.
Simple so.
Simple so. Just like the fans, just like the viewers, hoping to see a goal. Or more action, at least in the respective 18-yard areas.
Here's Morris. Has he switched over to left wing back? Seems that way. Butcher. And Herwood looking to put together some moves on that left-hand side. Here's Morris to Butcher again. Loses out to Bell. Collymore then loses out to Butcher. And it's a throw-in for Ellerton on the far side in front. All those fans there. You see, I didn't have much of a football career, so I don't know how it really feels to play in front of a huge number of fans that we're seeing here, to take a penalty in front of a huge number of fans like Kimar Headley did, like Armando Sugarlashy did last week as well. We don't know how these things work. So, but I can imagine it's very difficult for the players in a situation like this in a big, big final. That's another pass that goes a-begging.
As Jamar Brewster, he's made it look easy.
Well, Jamar Brewster, he's been great all competition long. As we say good evening to Zane Maloney, the best driver from Barbados. There's no drivers anywhere better than Zane Maloney. So good evening, sir, and thank you for tuning in and joining us on this coverage. Herwood in on goal. Legs look heavy though. All the defense is back there. Codrington and Burgess can clean up well. Here's Rashawn Brathwaite. Speedy Gittins. Burgess again. Left-footed. Looking for the pass. Bell. Morris. Sends it back home to Primus. Almost a mistake there. Primus having to take evasive action and send that one out. Here's Jaheim Headley. Ellerton being smart, being careful. Not careful enough on that occasion. Here's Herwood. Loses out to Drakes. Gittins. Pass intercepted, but Collymore is there. Legs look heavy, as I keep saying. And here is Bell. Can he catch that one? He cannot, unfortunately, as the roar went up from the Ellerton fans on that far side. He just could not gather that one and make something happen for Ellerton.
Too much on the ball. At this stage of the game, not even Shaquille Bell could get there. Looks like a foul from Javon Austin.
Foul from Austin on Butcher. The score is still 0-0. The 95th minute.
Smart foul. Tactical foul.
Butcher has been doing well all game. I think he'll just want to have that Midas touch, that golden touch for all his efforts. But the Wales team, to me, is looking a bit jaded, looking a bit leggy. Don't know if that will play into this result. Up at the back, cleared away right in front of his goalkeeper from Burgess. Here's Jaheim Headley. Looking to play it down the wing. Drakes going in strongly, but a bit too strongly. And Wales can come away with the ball. So, 0-0 at the Wildy Turf. Nick Maitland, Kwame Paris on the mics. That's Mario Drakes down. I was just mentioning that the Ellerton physio didn't have to do much work, but it seems that coming into extra time, she'll have to do a bit more. But your assessment of this first 5 minutes of this extra time period?
Two teams that look pretty leggy. As you say, Wales look the more spent of the two teams, though the exchanges have been cheap. But still interesting to see which coach is going to go to the bench first. I actually expected at some point in time that Gittins would have been introduced for Drakes, but that isn't the case. They still have Shane Hermas on the bench, and for Wales, still no rare snaggers yet.
Here's Bell. How much energy does he have left? How much does he have in the tank? Here's Ayers Harewood, evading the challenge of Holligan. Jill Brathwaite looking for a pass, none forthcoming. Austin. Looking for Ayers again, who pops up on the right wing. And to get past Morris. Ellerton in the yellow, Mills in white. I think it's a bit late for us to be telling you that.
I think right now I would like to see the ball played on the right of the Wales attack to see another 11 versus 11 Headley versus Headley duel.
It's been really entertaining, those two boys. Going to get the pass in, but Miller is never going to miss from there. Holligan plays it forward. Here's Headley looking to flick on. Codrington. Now Burgess plays sweeper. Looking to deliver that one. And it does not. Smith allows that one to go out into touch. Tempo of the game has slowed considerably. 0-0 at the Wildy Turf. 3,000 plus in attendance. Nadre Butcher stopped in his tracks again by Austin, who concedes the throw. And this guy, Austin, I don't want to venture and say who's my man of the match, but this guy, Austin, he's been fantastic. Absolutely brilliant.
He's a strong contender.
Indeed. Here's Holligan looking for the pass to the wing there. Finds it, but Codrington clears in the middle. Holligan again. Miller. Marquez. Holligan in space. Through the lines. What's he going to do here? Here's Headley. Oh, that's Smith over there. Wins an easy corner. He looks absolutely knackered.
I think that was a very poor pass from Hayden Holligan.
Could have been much better. Two substitutions for Wales. It looks like the old maestro, Rashida Jeffrey Williams, he's coming on for Ronaldo Marquez. And Kemar Chase, centre-back, left-back extraordinaire, he's also going to come on the field. And Shane Hermas, he's been prepped, and he's ready to come on for Ellerton. 0-0. Could these changes institute some kind of change on the scoreline? Wait and see. Wales currently the team waiting to take this corner kick. And they are currently the team in the ascendancy. Shane Hermas is on.
Who's the player out?
He's on for Collymore.
Collymore.
And we resume. Kemar Headley, floated corner. Heads go up. It's the head of Shane Codrington. Hit first time by Harewood with the left foot. Holligan chasing that one down. Plays it back to Morris, who has for company Rashida Williams, who's going to play this quarterback role. Keep the offense ticking over. 100 minutes of football have been played. 20 more cumulatively to come. Is this Hill cutting inside? And a chance for Headley. And a goal from nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it's Weymouth Wales who lead. Forward play by Hill. Headley had something to do with it as well. But Weymouth Wales take the lead in the 101st minute. Kwame Paris.
Right on the doorstep. Lovely floated ball from Akin Hill, who continued his run. He didn't go down under the challenge. He stayed on his feet. And with excellent supply, Headley just waited on it. It was just a sublime ball, Nick Maitland. And what a way to take the lead, and what a time.
From close range, no one expected that chance to come in. And it's Headley, that man again, who heads in from close range. It's 1-0 to the Wales. But still a lot of time to go here, Kwame Paris. Still so much time. Sucker punch of a goal. But we continue. Bell looking to get speedy on that one. But easily grabbed by Primus.
When you think of Lamar Miller being substituted, you know he definitely had to be hurt.
Indeed, once Miller comes off, you know that he definitely could not continue. And Wales in the ascendancy. They've taken the lead. Is the 30 grand about to be theirs? Here's Arantes Lawrence. Don't think he's going to run it into the corner, but he's taken on Jaheim Headley with success. Swings that one into the penalty area. Codrington is there. Collymore, who remains on the field. Here's Bell. Can he get past Morris? Throw in, and another throw in.
So Drake's, looks like Drake's is the absentee.
Yes. Here's Lawrence. Chips that one. Flag stays down. Here's Harewood. He's free on goal. Harewood and Brewster. Challenge and Harewood. Oh, drags his shot wide. He could have sealed the match and the money for Wales. But his chance goes a begging.
I think he was better off taking the shot with his right foot. But under pressure, he cut back inside, which telegraphed what his next move would be. And good defending there from Ellerton in the end.
Indeed, Jaheim Headley just manages to get that one to Bell. Bell and Headley now into the midfield. Here's Collymore. Can they create something? Launching it long into the box. Cannot miss there, Morris. Well, Hill that was. But Morris now gets that one away. And it's a throw in for Ellerton. Persistent pressure. Here's Bell looking to turn his man. A man is down in the box. That's Rashad Smith. He's back up now. Bell trying to force himself in there. Headley. Can he find the delivery? 3 guys in there. Gittins looking for the spectacular. And here is Austin Brathwaite. Brathwaite again. Butcher now can come away on the counter attack. Here's Harewood. The Ellerton defense is retreating. Harewood left-footed inside. And Ellerton get it away. Jaheim Headley with the final touch. And it's a corner kick again for Wales. Wales putting on the pressure without trying too much. And they're creating the chances, creating the opportunities. 1-0 to Wales. And just seconds left in this first half of extra time.
Looks like Jeffrey Williams is down. As I mentioned, I think he had a knock in training in the warm-up. Or I think he was struck there in the stomach area from the left-footed drive moments ago. A shot that he blocked. So I think he's still feeling the effects of that wound. But it felt there on that counter-attack though, Nick. Here we could have cut the angle instead of going towards the flanks, which gave the Ellerton defense a chance to get back. And luckily for them, from the pending cross, a number of deflections, but nothing going towards the goal of Jamar Brewster. Still a lot of time left in this game. With another half, another 15 minutes. In the stoppage time of the first half of extra time. And off camera, Ray Snag is getting loose.
Ray Snag is being readied, and he will certainly replace Rashad Smith, who's been in the wars today. But even at the end of the second half, he didn't look fully fit. And I think he's given all to the cause.
So
He's being stretchered off, as you can see.
Kishmar Primus as well, helping his former teammate in the Barbados Defense Force Sports program onto the stretcher. The two now playing quite ably for the Carrington Village-based team. I understand that there was an award presented to Eric Allen.
Yes, Eric O'Malley. I think you can call that a Lifetime Achievement Award.
An appreciation award, and as you said, I prefer to call it a Lifetime Achievement Award for some 40 years of service in local football. He has decided to retire. Let me just say well done to Mr. Ali. Fantastic coach. Former national coach at some point in time. Also worked assiduously with Weymouth Wales. And most recently, before the COVID pandemic, Wharton FC.
Goal kick awarded for Ellerton. And I think that when goalkeeper Brewster launches this one, it will be the final kick of this first half of extra time. The guys will switch ends quickly. We'll resume for the final 15. It's Republic Cup final here at Wildy Turf. It's packed in here. And these fans are certainly not going home without their fill of entertainment. It's half-time in extra time. And with a quick switch, these boys will be ready for final 15. Where heroes, villains will be made, certainly.
So the change has been made with Ray Snag replacing Rashad Smith. Number 13 in, the number 18 out.
Jelani Bruce in for Shaquan Collymore in midfield. And probably a final throw of the dice. The Ellerton crew. Second half of extra time. Underway at 11 minutes to 11. Herwood. Looking comfortable now. Wales sensing victory. They won't want to ease up lest Ellerton get back in the game. Codrington and Holligan. Holligan trying to stay on his feet. He does so. Extra burst of energy, looking to take the ball into the corner. Not sure why at this stage in the second half of extra time. It's still 15 minutes remaining. But those are some of the wise tricks, what I like to call the dark arts that you employ, especially when one is winning a football game. Dre Butcher, he looks quite spent on this left-hand side, but he's been absolutely tremendous for Wales. Game is not over yet. Don't mind the speed of the game. Here's Butcher, away from the defense. Goes down, but no foul. Cleared away by Hill.
Feel happy to.
Brewster almost fell back into his net. And the entire crowd was watching him there. But he did well under their watchful eyes. Ball played forward. Brathwaite, nice pass. Beating a few guys. Sending that one forward. I think this is Bruce. Oh, that's not a good pass whatsoever. And Williams can pick it off. Here's Snag, looking to go down the line, looking for Lawrence. But the much younger Headley is there. Doesn't win the ball for his team, and Arantes Lawrence is one to throw in on that far side. 108 minutes. This was the minute in which Ellerton scored the winner in extra time against Notre Dame. A 108th minute winner against the Dames. And maybe this is the 108th minute where they can conjure up something as well. Morris dumping that one into the box and well away from the goal, allowing goalkeeper Brewster.
Can Ellerton find an equalizer is the question. At the moment, Keemar Headley's goal in the 101st minute, the difference between these two juggernauts of local football.
It's worth noting that after his head-to-head with Jaheim Headley, he indeed headed the ball into the net. That's using your head for sure. Here's Codrington. Almost lost out there. Here's Rashawn Brathwaite. Man on, says the call from the crowd. Codrington spreads that one wide. Hermas. Austin. The cross. Hill doesn't deal with the danger. Gittins. And Hill again. A second bite of the cherry. And he clears that one away adequately. Ellerton still coming. Keyser. Here's Jill. To Bell and just out of the path, just out of the reach of Jelani Bruce.
Some leader from the Ellerton unit has to really try to inspire the overall collective. They look flat. They look dejected. They need a goal. Someone needs to not only look to create some ideas, but to at least get into the head of the players to let them know we still have more than 10 minutes to play in this game. Anything can still happen.
That is a fact. Here's Brewster and his goal kick not finding the target. Found the dugout actually. And the pace of this game certainly suits Wales. They are taking their time about everything. There's Chase. Brought on to lock down that left wing. Sends the ball high. Austin with the header. Cleared away again by Burgess. Here's Nadre Butcher. Ross by Chase. No one's in there though, but Headley straight to Herwood. Beats one man. Left-footed shot. Codrington again. A shot by Williams. Two left-footed shots wasted by Wales. Codrington, for all his hard work, he blocked probably every single shot except for the winning goal. Well, what looks like the winning goal so far, unless Ellerton have something to say about it. Great tackle again by Headley. A lot of good recovery defending from Ellerton, I would say. But the proactive defending, especially with the goal, has been missing so far. But still, just under 10 minutes to get an equalizer, to force this game to penalties. And even if we go penalties, I wonder which end we will use. We will use the fans' end or the fence end. I would prefer to use the fans' end.
You might have to rename that end after Jamar Brewster.
Yeah, he owned down there for sure. He's run things down there, boy. Here's Hill. Forward to Snag. Herwood on the run. Snag from distance. And Brewster holds that one comfortably in his midriff. And that's another good kick by Brewster. Holligan. Austin. And that's the tackle from behind. Looks really bad from Codrington. And he's immediately shown a yellow card. Looked really bad, that tackle from Codrington, and in a really dangerous position now for Wales.
Is that kinesio tape on the turf?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure if it is.
It certainly isn't confetti. It would be too early.
Way too early for confetti. Looks like Jeffrey Williams. He's going to assume responsibility of this free kick. And you see how the tempo has changed in Wales' favour. They slowed the game almost to a walking pace. And because Ellerton are chasing the game and chasing the game so strongly, that is when you give away free kicks. That is when you give away positions like this one. And with two expert free kick takers like Rashida Jeffrey Williams, number 6, and Romario Herwood, who won the free kick. This could be a dangerous moment for Ellerton. Headley, and not very good from him. He's not been good at this end at all. Headley missed a penalty and then his free kick going wide. But he scored at the other end. Let's see if Ellerton can also find some luck and a bit of hope down at the other end. Gittins loses out to Butcher, who then loses out to Austin. Stop and start feel to this second half of extra time. Less than 10 minutes remaining now. Can Wales hold on for another priceless victory in another Barbadian knockout football competition? Or can the golden generation of Ellerton race to the top?
I was just checking to see if the time was right.
Can they rise to the top like the cream of the crop? Take what could be theirs. Throw in by Chase. No touch by Lawrence. We started now. Brathwaite. Comfortable and easy in his own penalty area. Receives it again. Intricate play. Picked off by Wales. Herwood. Herwood still with it. Herwood with the left-footed shot. And it's wide and a corner kick at that for Wales.
Javon Austin again.
I tell you, the game is slowing down, but Wales are the ones picking up the pace and really, really controlling the pace of the game now. And I think that they're just going to walk it now. Walk it out straight to the end where they will hopefully be crowned champions once Ellerton have nothing to say about it. Herwood. Nice ball from the Dre Butcher. What can he do here? Nudge from behind. Nothing doing, says referee Inches. It's a battle going on. Laying down the law there, the referee. Here's Jill. Looking for ears. Losing out to Snag in the midfield. Here's Snag. The shot. And he really could have taken that some more. He had Herwood on his right. The Snag looking for glory. Looking to snag the glory. Ball played over the top. Hill with the immaculate clearance. One of many that he's put down this evening. Ellerton restarting. Jaheim Headley. Rashawn Brathwaite. Seems that every time he's been on the ball. Ball played in and the heads go up. Primus doesn't win it. Ayers was there. Codrington was there. And in the end, the ball is in the grateful grasp of Primus. And Wales are going to waste a bit more time.
Akeem Hill, the player, floored. Receiving some treatment.
Akeem Hill, he's been through the wars this evening. Just about 4 minutes till the end of this pulsating, end-to-end, enthralling encounter. We've not lacked for entertainment, we've lacked for goals. We haven't lacked for entertainment and quality on the ball Two magnificent goalkeepers. Two great sets of defenders. Two very busy midfields. And strikers who have raised our pulse with every touch. And now we're just moments away from seeing who will be crowned the kings of Barbadian football. The queens have been crowned earlier. UWE Blackbirds winning 1-0. The Women's Super League final, and it looks like we will have another 1-0 win here for someone. Looking like Weymouth Wales so far. Or we will go to penalties, which Ellerton will be hoping for at this moment. Here's Nadre Butcher. What can he do here? Moves away from Austin for the first time. Low cross. Cleared away for Sean Speedy Gittins. Can he spring a counter attack? Here's Ayers. Comes in late. Catches Hill, who was previously injured. And he's down now on the turf. I can only imagine that this new turf that we have feels very comfortable to lay down on. The players have been on it a good majority of the game. But I think Hill was just caught there late.
I think it's more serious than we had anticipated. Looking at the reaction. I mean, Hill, but he's all right. Or I think he would define himself as a quite animated player. So to see him animated, I guess you can see the irony in that, Nick. But he's been placed on the stretcher, and don't know if he's going to be able to continue.
Doesn't look that way.
39 free kicks in this game.
Wow.
At the moment, Ellerton have an advantage in the form of an extra man on the field.
Here's Headley. Plays that one in. Headed back into play by Codrington, but not to a teammate, and Wales can counter. Here's Snag. Lawrence. Here within acres of space in midfield. Trying to run. Here's Hermas for company. Williams over on the right. Plays that one first time. No takers though, except for Jamar Brewster.
I thought that Jeffrey Williams would have tried to keep possession of the ball, given the fact that it's 10 versus 11. His team being the disadvantaged team, but he opted to put the cross into the box. But here we're now more inclined to try to keep possession of the ball.
Indeed he is. Here we're on this right side, right in front of the Ellerton bench. This far we're looking for Lawrence. Burgess to Brewster. 2 minutes. That's all that's left for Ellerton to spring a surprise and send this game to penalties. Do they have the wherewithal? Jeffrey Williams almost lost out there. Great control by Rashawn Brathwaite to Rashawn Gittins. Challenged by Nadre Butcher. Challenged again by Williams and Snag.
Too much.
Ball played to the left where Shaquille Bell had taken up residence. But not enough real estate for the Ellerton captain. Wales will take their time in getting this game restarted.
Omari Eastman in the technical area for Wales, trying to get the attention of the referee so a change could be made with Corey Greenwich coming in for Akeem Hill.
Kishmar Primus. Moments away from the grand prize. Primus. Good lob down the field. Cleared away by Chase. Primus. Primus making Brewster work hard for that one. He barely keeps it in. Brewster to Burgess. What can Ellerton come up with? Burgess goes long. Ayers almost left it. Ayers here for Codrington. Ayers again. Can he get there in front of Chase? He cannot. Chase was just too big and was able to keep Dario Harewood from getting that ball.
And we talked about the dynamic nature of Headley, who's now playing as a centre back. They brought on Greenwich and they've put them up front. And now Headley, the goal scorer, is putting himself in a position to defend, to certainly defend that one goal.
Headley's he's been the man for Wales from the time the round of 16 began. 2 goals in that round of 16 tie, another 2 in the quarterfinals. 1 last week, another today. Kimar Headley has really bossed it for Wales, who have really bossed it this evening and now are on the cusp of another championship. Unless played forward, here's Snag. The shot from distance. Brewster with a save with his legs. Burgess, the clearance. And the final whistle goes. Jubilation for Wales. Disappointment for Ellerton. They've come to this place once again to be foiled by the mighty Wales. Full-time score at the Wildy Turf. Weymouth Wales 1, Ellerton 0. This bumper crowd is going home satisfied, having seen 2 enthralling finals. Just 2 goals. 101st minute winner by Kimar Headley, giving Wales the victory and $30,000. And it helps them remain on the top of Barbadian football for another competition. Kwame Paris.
A close game, a feisty encounter. 39 free kicks, 4 yellow cards, Weymouth Wales, 3 yellow cards, Ellerton. 31 shots from Wales, with 13 on target, 7 from Ellerton, with 4 on target. The game, as you said, decided in stoppage time. And the game had some of everything, Nick. A team full of history, a team asserting their integrity, and a team playing with a lot of tenacity. It went down right to the end. Rashad Smith left the game injured, as well as Ramar Miller, Akeem Hill. 3 senior defenders all had to be substituted. And that tells you the nature of the game. 120 minutes of football, and I think viewers must be satisfied.
Indeed, and I'm sure the fans, everyone is satisfied, because we've come to see a great final. We've come to see entertainment. We've come to see these 2 teams give it everything they had, and they certainly did for 2 hours. I think I predicted the fact that we would play 2 hours of football. But 2 hours of football, and I don't think that anyone is leaving disappointed. Let me just give a bit of kudos to Kishmar Primus in goal, kept a clean sheet for Wales. Hayden Holligan was a tireless runner. Ramar Miller, stout defending. Rashad Smith, Energizer Bunny. Kimar Headley, best of the best. He's been the best player from Wales for the last few weeks. Ronaldo Marquez, tidy in the midfield. Ricardio Morris has to be proud of his performance at right back. Akeem Hill, a mountain of a performance from Hill. Nadre Butcher, what more can we say about the youngster? And Romario Harewood, one of the best midfielders in Barbadian football. Over on Ellerton, Jamar Brewster, I mean, he's been the best goalkeeper for me of the entire tournament. Shaquille Bell, the captain, a tireless runner for his team. Shaquan Clark, another busy midfielder. Javon Austin, what a performance at right back for Ellerton.
Terrific game.
Great game. Shane Codrington, another massive game for him from at the centre of defence. Anson Barrow, anonymous for a few moments, and he missed a great chance for Ellerton. He was substituted shortly after that for Dario Harewood, who came on and tried his best as well. Shaquan Collymore, he prevailed over an apparent groin injury to continue and play all 2 hours. Romario Drake's on the right wing. I think with little more experience with him, he'll be one knocking on the door of the national team. Rashawn Brathwaite, I feel that he was on the ball every single moment. Ellerton was on the ball, pulled the strings for them, and it was unfortunate that he was not able to get an assist or really contribute to his team winning. Ramel Burgess, roll back the years, the 40-year-old in centre defence, and Jaheim Headley over at left back. He can also be proud of his performance over there. So all in all, I give Weymouth Wales 8 out of 10, and I give Ellerton 7.5 out of 10. They just shaded it there, Weymouth Wales. Great goal by Headley in the 101st minute. I think that goal came as a result of their persistence, and at that time they were in the ascendancy, and I think that goal came then. It really shocked the Ellerton team, and as a result they weren't able to really respond and regain their composure and do something in this game. All in all, I think that both teams gave it their best, and we can be really happy with what we've seen here tonight.
And in creation of the goal, great individual play from Akin Hill. And maybe that's where the surprise came in terms of the player on the ball that created the opportunity. But he went past one, he went past two. He was challenged, but fortunately for him, the ball fell kindly, and he was able to play a sublime ball into the box for a free header for Kemar Headley. As you said, in the early exchanges in the first half of extra time, Headley headed Weymouth Wales to victory in this 2022 Barbados Republic Cup.
I mean, we've seen the action from August 28th, Sunday, August 28th. We started this particular tournament, and I tell you, the women's part of it, the men's part of it, all of it delivered great action-packed football, and this was a superb climax. 2 hours of football. I think that's the least that these fans deserved after journeying with these teams for these 10 weeks. And I think this game really, really lived up to the billing. In 2019, we got 90 minutes and we got a late winner. This year, we have 2 hours and we have a winner in extra time. And as I said, kudos to Kemar Headley and those guys who have really been the live wire, the main man for Wales coming on to the end. But we have to give kudos to all the teams, the women's teams as well as the men's teams, who have really made this restart of local football a successful one for the governing body. And I know that there have been a lot of changes at the governing body, local governing body, the BFA, and I know that they are all enjoying themselves with the reaction from the fans and with the amount of people that we've seen here, of course, and the football that we've seen. So I think that we've had a good evening. We're just waiting now for the presentations. I think you voted for, and I voted for, the best midfielder, best defender, etc., etc. And we're going down now to the turf to take you there. And all in all, it's been a great tournament. And now we're going to cap it off with some prizes for some deserved footballers. My name is Nick Maitland on behalf of Kwame Paris. It's been a pleasure being with you for these many hours. It's after 11 o'clock. It's past many of our bedtimes. And we just want to say thank you for being with us on Trident 10 on YouTube, as well as on Facebook and all our other social media platforms. Thank you for supporting the Barbados Football Association and their football. Thank you for supporting our footballers and the beautiful game. And remember, the FIFA World Cup starts next Sunday. That's the next thing that's going to be taken up all the time on our agenda. So all that's left on our agenda is to say goodbye for now and until next time.
The award for the best goalkeeper will be presented by Ms. Paulette Jones from Can we get the sponsors to come forward for a picture with the winning trophy? President Harris will present the check for $30,000. Again, thanks to our sponsors. Coca-Cola, Lissani Water, Powerade, Course Ready Cash, Nation News. Thank you. Let's go, men. Gentlemen, Mills, let's go. There you have your champions, Weymouth Wales, the Republic of Champions for 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. We hope to see you early in January for the BFA Premier League. Thank you and get home safely.